Well, we're primarily, our business is split into two core areas. So we've got a very large domestic business here in India, and we have an emerging business in the Middle East. But I think for the basis of this, I'll talk about the India business. And, there's the sort of generic impact, which is fuel costs potentially go higher, right? Because obviously taking fuel and everything else has an impact on suppliers, and that trickles down into pricing. We've seen pricing be very, very high over the last few quarters. I think in this quarter, it's corrected itself, and the airlines have been very aggressive in pricing. That's stimulated a lot of demand. So, to be very honest, right now, we're not seeing a negative implication because of where the rupee is. But I imagine if you've got a large international business, or you're doing a large amount of package businesses internationally, I think then it could be a potential problem. But for us, as I said, our focus is primarily on those two areas. Domestic air has moved very quickly, and you know that, right? So we're seeing a significant amount of the domestic air market now online. Most of the other products really haven't moved at the same pace. So whether you're looking at lodging, sort of hotel, some of the other sort of areas, they're still sort of single digits, I think, in absolute size, which is great from an opportunity perspective. And I think collaboratively we should get together and find a ways to stimulate them coming more online. But now it's still relatively small, although I'm hoping that over the next 2 to 3 years that will accelerate greatly. OTAs in general are so with regards to the profitability, I think it's a very competitive marketplace. So the absolute profit pool in the marketplace is quite small right now. And I think there's a lot of volatility in pricing as well, which plays into that. And we've seen that play out in the aviation space here. I think from us specifically, we've focused a lot on using technology to provide sort of extensive automation that allows us to scale using technology, not necessarily through labor costs. So I'm pretty confident that, we're actually, if we look at August, this month will be profitable as a standalone month. But I think that as we move into the fourth quarter, the final fourth quarter of this year, that Cleartrip should be showing consistency in its profitability. So there have been periods in the past where we've been profitable, but we've gone up and down. But I think from a consistent basis, from the fourth quarter of this year.